So this past weekend, I was given the opportunity to participate in the patient-to-patient education project that was put on by the University of Michigan. I'd never actually been to Michigan or anywhere in that general area, so it was really awesome. I got to meet several of my friends, Vegan Ostomy, Nurse Kay from the United Kingdom, and also Dr. Peter Higgins, who is known as IBD Doctor on Twitter. I'd never actually met those three before, but I have met Amber Tresca, Dan Sharp, and Sarah Ringer, and so it was really great to see them again. I was also able to meet my friend Caitlin Drake, which was really awesome, as well as another friend of mine, Sarah. She's a new friend, but she's really sweet, really awesome. I love her to death. We weren't allowed to take video of the actual presentations that we gave, but I wanted to kind of go over the things that I presented on, the topics that I presented on, so that my readers could see these topics, and I think they're very important, so here they are. My first topic was acceptance with Dr. Megan Reel, who is really awesome. If you don't follow her, you really should. And basically I covered, how to cope with IBD like a ninja. Something I think all of us have trouble doing is coping with inflammatory bowel disease, especially at initial diagnosis. So we went over the stages of grief, and the first one is denial. If you are being honest with yourself, you probably denied the fact that you had problems in the beginning. I know I did. Many of us do. The second stage of grief is anger. A lot of us get angry. And prednisone only makes that worse. I remember one day I picked up a bottle of my pills, threw them at the wall, and they actually burst into dust. The third stage is called bargaining, and that's when you kind of go back and forth and say, maybe if I do this or take my pills, I'll get better. And then that doesn't happen so easily, and depression sets in. And I think for me, this was the most soul-crushing of all the stages of grief. Eventually, you work through all these stages and you will get to a place of acceptance. It's not an easy thing to get to, but you will get there. And yeah. So how do you cope? Sometimes you need to take a rain check. Sometimes you need to admit that it is okay to not be okay. And finally, remember that you are not your disease, and having a disease does not make you a bad person. That's very, very important. Another thing you can do is let it go. I'm not going to burst out into song, but sometimes you just need to let go of your self-deprecating thoughts, your negative thoughts about yourself. You just need to let it go. Prepare for the unexpected. Carry what I call an IBD emergency kit. Find support online through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, like I did. You can contact people, you can empathize with each other, and you can actually, joke about your situations. Because in my opinion, if you can't laugh about your situations and you can't laugh about the things you're going through, you're going to be an extremely miserable person. So you find these people online by typing in hashtags and just on social media, and you're instantly connected with so many people who understand what you're going through. The second presentation was on resources, and that was with Dr. Moons, and she was very sweet also. I love her. So in this presentation, I basically talked about resources that I feel that every IBD ninja needs. Resources are hard to find, but it's really important to find them. You can get professional help, social workers, financial counselors, psychologists. You can find a social worker at helpstartshere.org, and they're great with resources and helping you figure things out. Financial counselors will help you with your finances. As you know, chronic illness can be quite expensive, and there is no shame in finding a psychologist or therapist to talk to. I think it's very important to address the emotional aspects of dealing with a chronic illness. As I mentioned before, medicines can be through the roof, but there are patient assistance programs that you can go to find help getting your medicines paid for. I did it, and you can call the makers of the drugs directly and ask about their patient assistance programs. I was able to get some of my medications, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of medications, for $5 a month. Again, I talked about the importance of social media and connecting with others, because for me that was probably the most beneficial thing that I had done as far as getting the support I needed. You can go to the CCFA. They have a lot of good resources online. Also, GIKids.org has great information about digestive diseases. And IBDU.org is also a great resource for older teens. And you get education about the disease there. And while we're on the topic of education, you can actually get some scholarships for people with IBD. Also, the University of Michigan has some great videos online about IBD, so I encourage you to watch them if you haven't. Ostomy Secrets was another great resource that I was able to give people. They sell belts and undergarments and intimacy wraps and that sort of thing. Awesome company. Highly recommend them. Ostomy.org is a great resource for people to ask questions about their ostomies, and they also have events several times a year, so go check those out. IAsupport.com is for people with J pouches like myself. Those people are really nice also. I've talked to them on several occasions. Again, I mentioned the IBD emergency kit, and there's a small list of items that I keep in mine. Definitely put one together, and I'm going to put a link on my website so that you can go find out what else I have in mind. Apps are great. This is GI Health, and it was developed by a gastroenterologist to help you track your symptoms. Sit or Squat is a great resource. If you're looking for a bathroom, you can rate restrooms, you can add them. Very important. Plant Nanny is another fun app that my friend Shelly turned me on to, and it's an app that reminds you to drink water in a fun way. And this app, Round, helps you keep up with your medications and reminds you to take them at specific times. Products I love are Just a Drop and also Poo-Pourri. Poo-Pourri is my favorite, but it is a little bit pricier, so if you can handle that one, I would definitely go for that one, but Just a Drop works okay too. Comacectine is another one that I talk about all the time. I know you've probably heard it a million times, but this product really works and helps cut back on the butt burn. Bidets also help with butt burn. If you've never used these products, I would definitely encourage you to check them out. I'm actually reviewing one now. Basically, you rinse your bottom off with water and you pat yourself dry instead of using toilet paper. Most people don't, or some people don't like bidets, so for those people I would recommend wet wipes. They work just as well too. So that was what my talks were about, and this is where you can find me online. I would encourage you to check me out on my website and my social media pages, and please feel free to contact me anytime because I love talking to people and answering questions if people have problems. So thanks for watching and have a great day.